Hey, it's Alecia Stringer here, and today I'm going to answer some questions for you about what I do. I had some friends ask me some questions for what I do, and thought it might be helpful for a lot of people to wonder what these are, right? So, question one: what is the most effective way social media marketing strategy in terms of actual generated business? There's a lot of ways you can go with this because people even question having social media. In fact, I think maybe one of my clients just is kind of realizing that. And it's kind of like asking, how many times have you seen a logo or brand before they actually become a business? So it's something how you're creating relationships. So I approach it as we need to learn what that audience is, grow that audience to where you're in front of them, and have it in a way that you're creating a relationship that they're going to shout you out and be recommended because people start to get to know you, know the community, and you're building that relationship that is going to support you. So you just keep growing that audience of who you are and keep getting in front of them and grow that relationship to know that what is from cold to warm to you're getting generated close. And you should be able to know your numbers as you're growing. Now, this typically, if you're going to start from scratch with nothing, by month 3, it just usually pops. Or month 4, just right in between there, if you're growing consistently, at least by then you should know some answers. Hope that helps. Next question: what would you supplement an existing marketing strategy? And so I probably have to know what marketing strategy you're doing so I know what to supplement. That would make sense. I would say if you're doing social media, have you ever thought of trying to be ranking in search? Have you done blogs? Have you done videos other than just regular pictures and posts? Have you done online marketing but nothing offline, and you actually have a mailing list, or you've done other types of ads to get you in front of a cold targeted audience because you know who that is? So I would say try to look at those different ways that you're building assets of your marketing strategy now and be able to add another one. So if something doesn't work or goes away, you have some to build on and keep those assets of that marketing strategy growing, right? Because like I've lost YouTube channels, and that can't be the only way that you're generating, people that see you. You have to say, oh, I'm also on some Facebook or TikTok or whatever on there too. Next question. Do you design and build websites? That's a simple one. Yes, I don't do them personally, but I pass that off to my recommended resources and do an excellent job. And next question is, how are you using AI? There's several ways. I've always been using AI and some automation to make business more smoothly, faster. I found that I like the brand. This is by, oh my goodness. Hold on, give me a minute, give him his name. Donald Miller and his brand marketing AI. I just tend to go through those resources and see how he presents things, how he organizes some of his marketing, because it's all about the story and how people relate to people of what they're doing. So try to share more of my story to get a better, clearer picture of how people relate to what can be said efficiently. And then push it through Grammarly, maybe read it, make sure it sounds like your voice, or maybe you need to add a different prompt to change the voice to make sure it sounds okay, like something you would say, or that brand would say, be represented in the right way. And so there's not only AI, but you watch the copywriting part. That's just in copywriting. So there's more ways to do that through blogs, and they have lots of marketing strategies and one-liner, social media. There's just tons of ways that you present that through AI. Always learning on the next best ones and testing different ones out. I know Meta's having a new one that they're really researched and have a lot of workflows to put all that together. So there's more complex stuff coming out. So always be testing the newest ones and keep it rolling, right? Next questions I think kind of come together. What do you actually do and what value do you bring? So there's lots of things that I do throughout my day with social media and digital marketing. I pretty much focus on the sales part and keeping my team in line now. And so it's great to be at that level where I can see the overall picture of things a lot clearer and be able to see what those missing dots are, especially in some businesses and their marketing strategy, and be able to help navigate and fill those missing pieces. So I think that's the value that I bring, that I can been experienced in doing social media and since 2008, and be able to see some of the online presence that businesses have and be able to show them where they're missing some of their gaps or maybe what they want to work on, and be in front of a new audience to help grow their business. Next question, are hashtags useful anymore? And pretty much it's been a major debate for kind of a while now. Hashtags started out on Twitter, now X, and they pretty much say that they're not relevant in their social media anymore. Although I would still search in there using hashtags, and things kind of would pop up as popular, trending, stuff like that. The next thing is Facebook. A lot of people don't search for hashtags, and they don't really pull up search for hashtags. TikTok does do 5 hashtags, and that's it. LinkedIn likes to keep it to 3, and Pinterest even less, like 1 to 3 as well. And if they're relevant, do you use that by hashtagging things? Sometimes if you're looking for maybe a brand or a like an event people are using, as far as other people using the same hashtag so they can find each other, I think that's still helpful and relevant to each of the social media that they're using. Some people use it on their YouTube videos even, and it's not really relevant. Seen people try to do it on Google Business, but it doesn't work at all. They don't really pull up hashtags. Although, still kind of searchable, and if you search in the search engines or AI, they will pull up what's relevant of people using those hashtags. So it's a hit and miss. It hasn't totally gone away, but do you still need to use them? Maybe, depending on the situation. Honestly, I don't use them all the time. Like I said, it's kind of a hit or miss. Hashtags was a thing where you kind of have a formula with it. You use it for the topic that you're talking about. You're using it for the location that you need to be relevant to, whether you're in a new location or you're an event kind of thing. And the brand. Maybe use your name or the brand that you're representing to make sure that's there. So that's the hashtag formula, and then people just use it for wild and fun, and it's fun to see what really pulls up with all these crazy names or make-up names, whatever you want to use, right? So hashtags can be fun, and do I wish they would go away? Probably not. I think they're fun sometimes, but it's becoming irrelevant anymore and not very useful because the search engines aren't pulling that up. And the next one is, what platform is the best platform to market to? Well, depends on your audience, right? Where are they hanging out? And mostly I help clients with the Facebook or LinkedIn. Those are the most popular where people are hanging out, and they can directly grow that audience in many different ways, as far as how big and how to individuals. So you can message them directly, and you know exactly that person that you're creating that relationship to. The other ones really pretty much gather a bigger audience and more of a branded view. And you can't really do it much as personalized or individual as you can down to Facebook or LinkedIn. So there's your answer for the best platform for you. Work it on who you really want to talk to. Exactly. Next question. What is the fastest way to increase your Google rankings? Fastest way to increase your Google ranking is be consistent and keep posting regularly. And that means everywhere. So you can rank in Google with your Facebook. You can rank in Google with your LinkedIn. You can rank in Google with your Google business. You can rank in Google with your blog. You can rank in Google with your YouTube channel. So it's more content being put up and how consistent you are in each channel. It can be ranked. And that's the fastest way to increase your Google rankings, is to be consistent and keep posting in all of those channels. So it can be overwhelming for business owners to say, how consistent am I on all the channels to be consistent in posting? So you just kind of know who your audience is, where they're hanging out, and strategize to be consistent, to be in front of them, to create that relationship that is most meaningful and valuable for that audience. And that's why I do post a lot in a lot of different places. So I'm well connected and see my friends and followers all over the place in many different ways. And if you need help with that, I'm definitely here and can strategize what does that content look like and how often and what does it make to be a relationship that people can grow and be able to get into your business, so they become cold to warm to close just by as much content and push it out there as much as possible. Can't do that on listing sites. If you know what a listing site is, maybe like a place where you put your map, your maps, but Maps has updates, so it has somewhat of a blog feature there. Yelp or anywhere that you just list where your business is at. The next question: do you use the same prompt and caption for all the socials? I think this means like if you have you have your content out there and you're going to post the same thing as you would on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and everywhere, to use the same caption on all of them. And I would say that kind of depends. Typically you can, because people aren't going to see you the same times that you posted on Facebook as you would on Instagram. They're going to see different content. Sometimes I do, and it really doesn't matter. Like, oh, I've seen that update you posted on Facebook and Instagram. Big deal, right? Sometimes like on LinkedIn, you're like, oh, but this is a different audience and I'm talking to different people. I would want to explain a little bit more, or, not put as many hashtags as I would on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook like that. And so it kind of depends on, are you talking to a different audience? How those captions or descriptions that you would say with the same photo or something would be like. Same thing with maybe a YouTube channel or your blog. You would want to say a little bit more on those channels than you would just the quick Twitter, little short caption. Hey, go see the rest of it on my blog. Different things like that. So kind of depends on your audience and, would you want to do the same thing. I hope that helps, and how you look at your socials, how you're connecting with people, being real to who you are, what you want to be represented by, and how you want to create that relationship a little bit farther and deeper, more genuine to the people you want to connect with, to see how it can in turn create more business, a solid, more valuable, a higher converting audience. And that's going to stay with you than when going, this is not what I was looking for. They search for it and going, oh, that is not what I was looking for. But they've already created a relationship where you're a lot more, this is exactly a closer close, because you've done all these actions to help them secure what that really looks like for you. Those are a lot of great questions, and I really appreciate the questions put out there. I probably have a few more from last time that I'll be sharing here again soon. So I hope you enjoyed those, and I hope these help you learn more about a little things of my insights of what I can share from experience to put things together for you. So I'll see you on the other side. Create a one-on-one with me and get inside at aleciastringer.com has it, and aleciastringer.info goes right to the calendar. And you stay blessed out there. Have a great day.